fights, and we were kicking off with Chisora Usyk.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what it is? Chisora is crazy, and I think this new version of Chisora under David Haye just looks stronger and bigger. I have to say it.
Are we saying fitter Chisora?
Fitter, stronger, more determined. Knows that it's his last shot.
Could you imagine if I know you can't always say what if, but could you imagine if we'd had this guy 7-8 years ago? He'd have been fighting Deontay Wilder.
Possibly.
He'd have been fighting.
He was and is a bit Dillian White. They remind me of each other so much. Very rogue, very unorthodox, not great boxers, but
Dillian was
guys
blessed.
that will fight on their gum shields and go for it.
I agree, but Dillian was blessed to come up post British Olympic investment boxing. I'm not saying he had the benefit of that money, but the spotlight has been on boxing more now.
Even more credit to Dillian though. How many of AJ's victims have just become victims and disappeared?
Yeah.
Dillian got put to sleep in the 8th round,
and he
built himself up again to the point where he's probably the 4th best heavyweight in the world.
Dillian was a hashtag for 6 months.
Easy.
And now he's number 3 in the world. Actually,
let me tell you now how big's Dillian jump, and we'll get back to Usyk Chisora. Dillian's jump is so big that if you asked 100 people right now who would win between Dillian and AJ, a year ago it was 99% AJ. Now
60-40.
60-40.
It is.
That's how Dillian's rise.
It really is.
So
and for me, if he can catch AJ with the left, it goes to 90-10.
Don't want to think about it. The Nigerian side of me don't want to think about that.
Listen, I love AJ, but I'm South London.
You're South London. Nigerian.
And it gets even. I'm Stockport Brixton, so I've got to stick with Dillian, man. Ricky,
AJ all the way. But no, Chisora Usyk's a good fight because Usyk we haven't really seen it heavyweight either. One fight, and yes, I know he dominated cruiserweight, but cruiserweight's different, right? How's he going to look carrying the extra size, extra muscle, extra weight, and someone that's going to put it on him? Chisora won't get phased by all the fanciness. He'll try and put it on him. In the end, I think Usyk will be too good technically and get the job done.
You think Usyk will get away from him enough?
Usyk will get away from him to the point where Chisora starts to tire, starts to slow down, like we saw in the Dillian White fight. And I think he'll get caught. I think he'll get caught.
Then again, there's always that because Chisora has that very trademark kind of overhead swinging shot that he caught Takam with.
Yeah, but Takam technically nowhere near on the same level.
Takam's defense is his face.
Chisora, Usyk is, we're talking Olympic gold medalist, world championship gold medalist.
He's probably
he is IQ wise.
He's probably top 3 technicians in the game.
100%.
It's Lomar, Crawford and or Canelo, then him, and then Tyson Fury.
And again, these guys, they're downloading information. I remember watching the Usyk versus Bellew fight, and Bellew again was winning the first 4 rounds. Everyone was getting excited. Oh my God, he's winning. Usyk was literally downloading information, and then he went from 0 to 100, and obviously got the stoppage.
Like that. 2 teams. Cheers, man. And okay.
I love this set, by the way. We're in a proper traditional fish and chippy. Can't go wrong.
If you want, we'll hook this up once a month.
Yeah.
We'll do different cuisines.
I love this. This is proper.
So this is the Laughing Halibut Fish and Chips, Strut and Ground Victoria SW1.
And he's paying because I can't afford this. This is an expensive fish and chips.
Good thing I'm a friend of the owner. Yeah, this is posh fish and chips. All right, so pick a winner. Usyk.
Oh, Usyk all day.
How?
Stoppage.
Wow.
Round 10.
Okay, so we're assuming this is a 12-round title fight, yeah?
Yeah. Well, 12. Yeah, I think it's like an international titles on the line or something.
It's 12 rounds, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying you don't think Chisora's got 12 in him?
I'm saying that I think Usyk's that good that Chisora won't have 12 in him.
So you think even if Chisora hurts Usyk in the mid-rounds, you think that Usyk will be able to pull away, catch him with enough shots from angles to cut him to pieces?
You know what Usyk does well, yeah? And I was watching a Loma versus Crolla fight the other day. Obviously this is completely different. Crolla's not Chisora and I get that. Usyk is making you work every single minute of the round. So you're thinking Chisora's going to be on the back foot, there's going to be a lot of ducking.
It's tiring.
Chisora's like nearly 8.5 stone. Takes it out of you. Usyk is making you think all the time. And that thinking takes it out of you.
Oh no, listen man, that's the most important muscle in the body.
There you go.
Do you know what? I agree with everything you've said.
But
however, no, I do. However, I have to caveat that with what your first comment was, that Chisora's a madman.
Yeah.
And Chisora may just bite down on his gum shield. Because let's be honest,
he will.
Since he fought Vitali, this is his biggest fight. Okay, no, Dillian White. The Dillian White pairing was a great show.
David Haye was after. David Haye was after Vitali.
Do you know what though? Do you know
that
what?
was a big fight.
No, it was, but it's so hard to separate the fanfare and all the hysterics before the fight.
Actually, what it means.
The pre-fight was more exciting than the fight.
Yeah, agreed.
And I don't think, with the exception of Vitaly Klitschko, who was number 2 after his brother, I don't think he's ever fought a fighter of this credential.
No, he hasn't.
Olympic gold medalist, yada yada yada, undisputed at cruiser.
And he's done the
Lomachenko,
undisputed in like 6
campmate.
fights. He's a phenomenally good fighter.
So let's just say this is probably his best 3 fights he's ever had.
This could be his biggest fight ever.
So I believe he bites down his gum shield.
I believe the gum shield doesn't have enough rubber in it for him to bite down, and his teeth will go through the gum shield.
Fair enough. Derek, I had your back.
Sorry, Derek, I love you. I love you, but levels to this sport, innit? There's levels. Still want to interview you though, but levels.
Right, the dates are not in chronological order.
Yeah.
The highly anticipated Cinco de Mayo.
Yes. Canelo versus Billy Joe Saunders. It's funny because obviously people on the channel, Boxing Talk with Ade, keep telling me that Billy Joe Saunders has got a chance here. And I keep saying absolutely not. Oh, a good cup of tea.
What can I say?
You know what? This is traditional, this is. No. Good cup as well, people.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Addy, keep talking. Keep talking.
No, this is interesting. This. Even I like.
My brother likes biscuits.
Don't worry, there's going to be some spares.
Well, I can hear you're talking about boxing.
Yes.
This gentleman's a very famous face on the world of YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, he is.
Ish.
And Sky Sports.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh.
That made the.
How did that make the cut?
We can argue
wait.
it's a biscuit.
Is it though?
It crunches and
it
it's
a
got
biscuit,
biscuit
though?
inside. No, but this is the point. This
Have
is.
you got Jaffa cakes in there?
Yeah, we got
Is that a biscuit though,
yeah.
Jaffa cake? That's what I was saying on my channel. I thought,
But it's there.
fuck it, that was sad.
I've never eaten one of these in my life. I go to the States a lot. I don't plan on eating one. Oh, but Addy, I can't even see behind the biscuits. Just one.
Is that for you too?
Just for me.
You're doing man versus food?
Similar, isn't it? But this is man versus taste test. What is the? Oh, you got the jammies as well. All right, cool.
Addy, we'll get back to business. We'll come on to the biscuits in a minute. Couldn't even see you behind the biscuits.
Madness.
Jesus.
Guys,
That's
this
funny.
is madness.
Alright, so I'm not paying for
A
the.
biscuit, people. I'm not having it.
I'm not. You don't eat it.
I'm definitely eating it.
I'm not paying for the dentist appointment afterwards.
Jeez.
Alright, back to serious business. We'll get onto the biscuit heavyweight championship later.
I've
Right?
got to take a photo of this.
This is like a Royal Rumble.
Yes, this
is
is.
a Royal. I had to go to 4 different shops to get all of this.
Good stuff though.
And I think we're going to need a reload on the team.
Mate,
Right,
reload on my teeth.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
This guy
Oh yeah, Jimmy.
versus this guy.
Pretty much, isn't it? He is a bit dodgy as well, isn't it? Jamie Dodger. You know what it is, yeah?
Cheers, Alex.
Cheers, my man. Billy Joe Saunders, and I'm going to say this the nice way, as nice as I can. I'm going to use a football analogy. Billy Joe Saunders has been playing football in League One. League One. Maybe sometimes the Championship. Couple
Coming
of
up to
fights.
Championship.
David Lemieux Championship. Andy Lee Championship. But they're not Premier League battles, right? And Chris Eubank Jr., that's Vauxhall Conference, that fight was. He's now fighting a guy that is top of the Premier League. I'm talking, he's a Man City Liverpool.
No, we're talking World Cup winner.
Say it again?
World Cup winner.
We're talking World Cup winner, that's what he is. I keep hearing the argument that Billy Joe Saunders is a great boxer and this and that. Like Canelo isn't. Like Canelo hasn't fought great boxers before. I mean,
It's actually.
Canelo has fought every single style out there and has performed well against every single style. Billy Joe Saunders is going to show him nothing he's never seen before. And like me and you were saying before, this is a new version of Canelo. And this is now a bodybuilder with engine Canelo. This is like a truck Canelo.
This is like Rocky after he got trained by Apollo Creed.
This is like Rocky when Rocky came back, Apollo Creed, and looked like he had a six-pack. Remember Rocky 1 or 2 was a bit flabby?
Yeah.
Came back, Apollo Creed, six-pack, American shorts. That's Canelo. I mean, in his last 4 fights, he's fought Golovkin, Danny Jacobs, Sergey Kovalev at 175 pounds.
We won't
add Rocky Fielding to it. Forget that, it didn't happen. But even if we do, he got rid of him in what, 3 or 4 rounds? He's a machine. I'll give Billy Joe Saunders...
Wait. Ade's adding sugar.
Oh shit.
Put it on there.
I'll give Billy Joe Saunders a 10% chance.
And then put the sugar if you think you need it.
Guys, I'm only trying one biscuit each, you know. This is crazy. I'll give him a 10% chance.
Okay.
That's all I can give you.
All right.
I can't find 11.
Let's
10.
say he maxes all of the juice out of that 10% berry, right? Does he? If he has his best 10% performance, does he make the final bell on his best day?
No. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. He can't.
Can I just throw a few things out there?
Feel free.
And absolutely,
See if they stick. See if they stick.
Just for the sake of cross examination.
By the way, let me just.
You rate Billy Joe.
Yes, and I want him to.
I know you do.
Because there's a difference.
I know, yeah.
Well, I want people to think that.
No, you're
I want him to beat Canelo.
I know that.
Okay.
Which is why I didn't disrespect him by calling him a jammy dodger. We could argue. Let me throw a few things out there in no particular order.
Yeah.
We could argue that Billy is also a new person, new promoter.
Yeah.
Same team, but new promoter.
Yeah.
Back with Ben Davison.
Yeah.
He never really left him in spirit, but he's been with Dominic for all his biggest wins.
Yeah.
Had a sloppy fight on the KSI Logan undercard. But the finish, we could argue that the finish was dubious and semi-illegal.
Yeah.
There was a rabbit punch in there somewhere. But he finished in style. I'm not saying it was.
Who did he fight again? What's that guy's name before?
The Argentinian.
Can't remember his name.
Even though I'm learning Spanish, I should know.
Canelos. Okay. And before that, he had a fight.
Lo siento, amigo. No sé tu nombre.
Hey. And he had a fight before that in Stevenage Brow Football Club against Shefa Isifu.
Yes.
That's where he won the title, right?
Yes.
When was the last time he actually had a good fight? David Lemieux? When was that? 2018 or 2017?
And bar being a massive puncher, is Lemieux that great?
No, Lemieux's sea level at best. I mean, Glock him.
What does Canelo do to Lemieux?
I don't want to think about it. Assault. In fact, they'll arrest Canelo after the fight for assault.
Do you know what, Billy Joe? I'm gonna light a candle for you when I take my son to church this Sunday. I'm gonna say you make the final bell, mate. I'm being very.
Okay, so you're saying he makes the final bell then? So that means you have no faith he wins it? That's interesting.
No. I think
because a lot of people seem to think that the narrative is that he wins but loses on the scorecards because Canelo obviously gets obviously the
Corona. Give it a hard hit, Addy. It's all running out. There we go. But no. Anyone who steps in the rings has got the respect.
Absolutely.
That can win a fight.
Absolutely, no, I agree. I'm with that.
Billy he's big enough as a human being to hurt Canelo. Is he big enough as a fighter to beat Canelo?
You say that, and I'm with you. He's not bigger than Danny Jacobs.
He's not bigger. No,
Danny Jacobs couldn't hit that guy clean.
He's not bigger.
Golovkin was considered the hardest puncher that we've ever seen. I mean, that's the
Let me counterpunch those.
Please.
To reference Counterpunch Boxing News. That's another American channel worth checking out. What's his name?
I used to watch them a lot.
Kirk DeVille.
Yeah, Kirk DeVille, counterpunch boxing.
Big up. He says I'll counterpunch that.
I like that.
So us Brits, you can't always, we've got to integrate with our American cousins. Right?
Yeah, our cousins across the pond.
There you go. So your first point, okay. Your second point, Golovkin being the hardest puncher of that generation. Right. Golovkin was already on the slide from all the wars he's had, right? Not saying he's a bad fighter. No, I'm just saying Golovkin wasn't 100% Gennady by the second Canelo fight.
Oh, by the second one. Okay, I'm talking about the first.
No, but I'm just saying like the whole package, right?
Okay, yeah.
Not coming out the same way you've gone in. By the way, it's worth mentioning. A lot of people forget that I had the benefit of being in San Antonio, Texas, in I think it was
some nice
like a Senor Frogs. I was in a bar watching that fight. No matter where I am in the world, I watch the big fights. I was basically in Mexico. I was I think 50 miles from the border.
That's Mexico.
And I'm